Doctor Strange. The master of the mystic arts. The Sorcerer Supreme. Except Doctor Doom has taken his title. And it isn't the first time. Loki, the trickster, the god of lies, takes the mantle of Sorcerer Supreme. What does Doctor Strange do? He goes God mode. Hit like and subscribe for more superhero secrets and comic book stories. Doctor Strange has faced cosmic horrors, fought demons, traveled to space and bent reality itself to his will. But what happens when the title that defines him is ripped away? What happens when Doctor Strange is no longer the Sorcerer Supreme? He goes into God mode. That's right. Never accuse Doctor Strange of being subtle. When the trickster god humbles, betrays and strips him of his power, what else is there for Doctor Strange to do except become the god of magic? The Vishanti are three ancient cosmic entities who empower the Sorcerer Supreme. To decide who takes the title, they have a tournament. They collect together sorcerers from around the world to engage in mystical combat. The winner becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange wins. Again. But the Vishanti decide no mortal can be the Sorcerer Supreme. So they appoint Loki, the Asgardian god of mischief. And he wasn't even competing. Doctor Strange gives up the cloak of levitation, the amulet of Agamotto and even his house. He accepts he is no longer Sorcerer Supreme and becomes a vet. He gets himself a dog, named Bats. And casts a spell so people can understand what Bats is saying. Strange still has his magic, just less of it. But when Loki starts asking questions about a spell called Exile of Sing Soon and tries to break through a locked door in the Sanctum Sanctorum, Strange has to take action. The Exile of Sing Soon is considered a myth by many, and when Loki asks about it, he is ridiculed. Loki doesn't take kindly to being made fun of. Strange knows the spell is real because he found it and, to keep it safe, he bound the spell to people he loved. Like Zelma. He hid the spell because it allows a person to steal all the magic from every source on the planet. It could make someone very powerful. When Loki starts getting close to Zelma, Strange is afraid Loki will find out about the spell. Or maybe Strange is a little jealous. He tries to talk to Zelma, but she isn't happy to see him. When Loki steps in and kicks Strange out of the Sanctum Sanctorum, Bat stands up for his friend. Unfortunately, the dog has a weak heart and passes away. Loki has taken Doctor Strange's job, his house, which is now floating. He has taken Strange's friends and Strange even blames him for what happened to Bats. Strange decides it's time to take drastic action. Breaking his promise to Robert Reynolds, Strange awakens the Sentry and calls on his help. Using a spell bought from a frost giant that magically conceals his presence from Heimdall, Strange enters the throne room of Asgard. He finds Odin has been replaced by his brother, Kull Borson, the god of fear. Any hope of negotiating or pleading for help is gone. So Strange goes to Plan B. The Sentry has a history of being too much for gods to handle. What he did to Ares during the siege of Asgard was brutal. While the Sentry is causing a distraction in the throne room, Strange goes to the source of Asgardian magic. Yggdrasil, the world tree, the very foundation of mystical energy in the cosmos. Strange asks the tree for help. He's afraid Loki is going to hurt Zelma. The tree asks for an offering. Strange doesn't have much. What he does have is what's left of Bats. The tree accepts and provides Strange with the smallest amount of power in the form of a staff. Back on Earth, Strange uses the staff to get Loki's attention. Once he knows that Zelma is out of the building, Strange uses the staff to bring the Sanctum Sanctorum crashing to the ground. He's just getting warmed up. When Loki starts to attack, Strange activates the full power of the staff. Strange isn't wielding the power of the staff. When he activates the magic, he embodies the unfiltered magic of the world tree. He's no longer Dr. Stephen Strange. He might not even be human anymore. He can stand against Loki, because now Strange is the god of magic. Long hair and nice robes aren't the only changes. Loki attempts to overwhelm Strange by transporting him to a realm of demons. Strange does the unthinkable. He turns an entire dimension of demons into bunny rabbits and butterflies. When the void is released from its captivity, Strange becomes the god of magic to force him back into his prison. When Null invades and brings his horde of symbiotes, the god of magic resurfaces to push back the symbiote invasion. As for Loki, he learns a valuable lesson: never underestimate Doctor Strange. He also tells Strange that he conned him. The Vishanti never picked Loki. The trickster god just made Strange think they did. But Loki does the right thing. He gives back the cloak of levitation and leaves Doctor Strange to clean up the mess. What do you think? Did Strange go too far? Did he cross a line by taking Asgardian magic? Or was it the right thing to do after Loki's trickery? And what do you think Strange should do with the staff? Thanks for joining us to the end. Leave a comment and tell us what you think.